Number three, he says scientism has led to increasing hostility toward Christianity. And this one is pretty straightforward, right? If scientism is true, that is, if the only knowledge that we can have is as a result of science, right? The only knowledge is scientific knowledge, then it follows that Christianity is outdated and bigoted superstition because it's claiming knowledge. But scientism says, no, it can't be knowledge. And so, it's outdated, right? So that's that. So scientism, he tells us, has led to increasing hostility toward Christianity. You can't make those claims because they're not scientific claims. And if you're claiming that you're right and you're not right and you're refusing to back down, then you're bigoted and it's just a bunch of superstition. Right? Well, that's the issue here.
Right.
Number four, he says scientism has derailed the church from making disciples and has made Christian parenting less effective. Now, what's going on here? Well, he says in every culture in which the church is present, God's people are to avoid particular manifestations of the world in that culture, right? So, John says we're to love not the world, right? And so we're to avoid various manifestations of what John there calls the world. This is the evil cultural makeup. However, he says, to do this, it's not enough just to know Scripture. As Christians, we must also understand the system of thought, the world, right? Understand the practice and the value in our culture that are worldly and are able to make this clear to fellow Christians and explain how to refute those ungodly systems using both biblical and non-biblical evidence. So it's more than just knowing the scriptures. That was what he's suggesting here. But we also must know and be able to refute the world and its practices and its beliefs. And of course, if we don't do that, we're only doing part of the job.
Right. So don't you see the head that might come here if we're saying we have to be against the world, and the other side is bringing only the world. So
Yeah.
it's bound to happen. So we're going to have to face it truly head on. Well,
And
Christians.
what he's going to get at here is we have to be involved in apologetics. And of course, he's a philosopher Christian philosopher, and that's what you'd expect, right? At some point, this is going to have to be.
He can make claims, allowed to make claims according to his purview. So, yes.
Yeah.